Alright, this is 26534 Lake Road in Bay Village. We're going to be doing a cleanup and some mulch. We've got this bed here that we're going to be doing some trimming. These guys have seen better days. This is all new growth, so if we can cut all this dead stuff down to the new growth and let that grow up, and same with this. Cut it down and let the new growth come up. Blow all these out, weed these. We cannot use regular spray here because they're right on the lake. They're worried about it seeping and getting into the lake. So if we have some sort of aqua-safe spray, this would be the property to use it. All this needs to get pulled out. Any of this excess mulch, rake it out before we put new stuff in. This needs to be blown out. We need to remove the weeds. We can ask her too. These are dying and dead if she wants this pulled out. Rake all this out, smooth it out with new mulch. We've got little beds back here. Same thing. We've got a lot of mulch we need to rake out. It's breaking apart from it being dry. Weed all of this. Maybe a light trim on the boxwoods. We want to blow those weeds out and then string trim along the fence here. This is a nice property and she is looking for a new landscaper. String trim all along that fence line and make it look nice. This bed here too, get the weeds and touch up the mulch. Do a good edge on it. I do want to give you a forewarning. The customer stepped on a snake while we were here. Scared the shit out of us. So just be careful while you're weeding. String trim along the driveway here. We can blow out any of the debris there, but we're not going to be weeding. This section here, she likes the boxwoods natural, but make sure we're blowing out any leaves, getting the weeds, raking out this excess mulch. See, it's all clumpy and gross. All this needs to be raked out. Get the weeds, blow out the leaves. This is a ground cover. This is lily of the valley. Leave that, but any of these high weeds, pull that out. These are weeds. We can put perine down. That's fine too. Weed. Blow all this out. Make sure the driveway's blown off. Weed. And then just remulch this nicely. Usually they said they do a pine mulch along this here. Any debris, any weeds just around the fence, pull that, blow out the debris, and then we'll get some pine mulch. I gotta find where that is available. This can all get pulled and cleaned up all the way over here, and then we'll just do like a 2-foot line of pine mulch. Fucking snakes, man. Any tall weeds or weeds growing in the driveway, make sure we get. And then on this side, she just keeps it natural, she said, but they string trim any weeds kind of encroaching on the driveway. This along here is right where she stepped on the snake. So just a heads up when you're working in this wooded area. We are not going into it. We are just working on this mulch strip, so. But it was literally sunbathing on the driveway. So the English ivy can stay, but any of these little dandelion, these little weeds, pull that. Mulch this with black mulch. Ivy, like I said, can stay, but these little weeds, let's get these. And then if we can pull these tall weeds too in that ivy. This area here too, just blow any debris, get the weeds all the way down, and then we're going to touch up the pine mulch. So you can kind of see where the black mulch starts and the pine mulch goes. She also would like a mowing quote and a quote for landscape bed maintenance. And that's it.